Next guest is one of the newest cast members of the Saturday Night Live program on this very network. He was most recently with SCTV. Here now is a sample of some of the things that he did on that television program. Watch closely, won't you? We think you'll enjoy it.
Slowly I turn, step by step, inch by inch. I punch him in the stomach. I slap her a couple of times in the face. Then I hit my fist and I oof. Give me this.
That was certainly unpleasant.
Sure, I'm sure. Ain't this enough?
Mr. Rogers, representing Bill Buckley's team, enters the... Oh, look out there, Fred.
Chubby Chinese checkers. Let's twist again. Let's...
Hey, taxi! Why you?
It's a pleasure to welcome back to the show Martin Short. Martin. Hi, Martin. Martin for Ken Strickle. Ken, nice to see you. Nice to see you. It was,
nice to see you.
Very entertaining to see the stuff from SCTV.
Thank you.
You did wonderful stuff on that program.
Yeah, well, I do my own stunts.
Now, what happened here? What's the deal on this?
This was a bike accident.
A motorcycle?
No. Well, I tell people that it is. It's more dramatic.
You say bike, hoping they'll think motorcycle.
Yeah. No, it's a 5-speed.
Mm-hmm.
With the Actually, there were training wheels on the 5-speed. I was up north in, well, I live up north, as you know, Toronto. Ken,
so you'd be up there.
Ken knows Toronto. We've worked together in Toronto many times. And so we rent this cottage. We being my wife and I, and little baby, and Andrea Martin and her husband Robert Dolman and their kids. Because we're all related, we rent this big cottage.
Now, how are you related before you continue?
Her husband, Bob Dolman, and my wife is Nancy Dolman. Well, they're brother and sister. So, assuming, I don't know really, David. I know that it's sister-in-laws and brothers-in-laws somehow. But I think if they divorce, that's it. Well, I'm not related. I mean, isn't that the way it is?
No, I'm not sure. Now, your wife and her husband are brother and sister.
Well, see, Andrea's husband, Bob, he's my brother-in-law.
Sure.
But, good Lord, David, when you think about it, Andrea and I are not related.
No.
Uh-huh. Anyway, Ken.
So you're up there, you got a cottage.
I'm up there.
Where are we up?
We're in Bala, Ontario. Beautiful place. 150 miles north of, just like on Golden Pond. It's just
beautiful.
Oh, just birds and
woodland.
Woodland. Dave, did you say woodland?
I did.
It is. By the end of a week, everyone is just talking and looking for loons everywhere. You just wake up in the morning with filled with digger. You can't help it.
You go out and get a sack of loons and come back.
You get a sack of loons, call it a day.
Okay, Martin, we got to do a commercial here. We'll be back and we'll finish up this ordeal. Oh, no, we want to find out what happened to you. We'll be right back. Okay. So you're up in the country.
I'm up in the country.
Having a good time. You're on vacation.
Yeah.
You and your friends and family.
Yes.
All right.
So we go at 8 o'clock at night. We go on this long bike ride, scenic bike ride, and I'm just going down this hill on my 5-speed, thinking that really I could live here maybe forever. I'm finding peace and serenity, and then the fender of the bike slipped and dug into the wheel, and the wheel exploded. Huge explosion. Which surprised me, really. I mean, it was like, I don't know what I guess I expected, like, just a slow leak or something.
Yeah.
And I went flying off 30 feet in the air. It was really 15, but it's been building.
Could be 30, sure.
It could have been 30.
Easily could have been 30.
Was Ron Galella there taking shots?
No,
I don't think so.
He wasn't there.
I landed on, I broke my shoulder, my collarbone, punctured my lung. I'm fine.
Oh, my God. Now I've had some broken bones, nothing serious. But what is it like when you puncture a lung? What does that feel like?
Well, you can't breathe as well. I mean, you get short of breath, but you go into shock, actually. Shock.
Yeah, I would think so. Is it very, very painful?
It was pretty painful at the beginning, and then but not initially. I was just in shock, and then, so I was lying in the road, and Andrea was trying to get help, and there's this neighbor who lives near the cottage, and last year, because we've rented this each year, and last year he was kind of a very nice guy, and this is your boathouse. Well, that must cost you. And this year he's gone through some changes. He's left his wife and he's with a friend named Timothy. So we don't... Anyway, he came running out. He came running out. He had heard the explosion. He said, "Oh, you've been munched." And he went running back in.
You've been munched?
Been munched. That's what I heard in my shocked ears. They called an ambulance. I went to a small hospital up there. Al's Hospital and Grill. Very small.
Hospital and Grill.
Hospital and Grill. And then they gave me Demerol, and I was fine. And then but you know, it's interesting. I phoned Paul Schaefer, because Paul, as you know, we're old friends. And Paul had a very similar accident about 2 years ago, where he broke collarbone, punctured his lung, and broke some ribs in a Hawaii car accident. And but this had been 2.5 years ago, so I phoned Paul and I said, "Paul," I told him about my accident. He said, "Oh, isn't that terrible? I feel awful for you." "I haven't gone through that myself, Martin. That's awful. Oh, no."
I didn't do a commercial. We'll be right back, folks.
It's wacko. It's weird. It's windy. It's wild. It's wilder. It's
What it is.
The Woman in Red. Rated PG-13. Starts Wednesday, August 15th at a theater near you.
Okay, we're out of time. I want to thank the folks. Martin, thank you very much. SCTV is coming on in syndication when?
Yes, September 17th in New York and Los Angeles and Chicago.
All around this great land of ours.
11 o'clock.
Good luck on
Saturday Night Live, October
SNL.
6th.
All right. Ken, and you're going back to Orlando. What are you going to do when you get back?
Probably go back to work.
Okay, well, nice meeting you, sir. Thank you for your help, and thanks for the song earlier. My thanks also to Graham Nash. We'll see you tomorrow night, folks. Bye-bye.